Hello everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you're watching this. Hello. Today, we've got a lot to catch up on. And let's start with the map. So, you know about Snake. You know about Antonio. You know about Clay, Quilson, Eloise. Who you don't know about are these last four. Pom Pom was one of our first campsite villagers that you don't have to take. But I took her because she's awesome. And she tried to replace this guy, and since I said no, I think I'm possibly getting too attached to him because I'm gonna have to let him go someday. But yeah, she kicked out, I forgot who she kicked out. I think Paula. Yeah, she kicked out Paula. And then something crazy happened. I went inside of Octavian's house, and it was an alien's house, basically. So that was scary for us all. I'm like, oh no, Octavian is here to destroy us, to take us to his alien motherlord. And then this bright angel right here came to the campsite and said, oh, it's okay, you don't have to worry. I'm here to save you. I'll replace Octavian. And I was like, yes, our savior, Winnie, yes, slay. And then I got a couple more campsite villagers after I got rid of both of my crankies. And this one was the first one I actually liked. And then little Miss Eunice moved out, so she can go be a hoe on someone else's island. And guess who replaced her? Rocket. So hopefully I get the whole superhero team at least before Rocket decides to move out. So that's what's happening there. I'm still deciding what I'm going to do today. I'm either going to terraform or do campsite hunting. I think I'm going to do campsite hunting today. Oh my god. Oh my god! Look! They're singing! Is Apollo even singing the same song? Yeah, he is. Oh, this is so cute. I can't believe I'm considering moving Snake out for a little bit so that it's more likely that a jock will come to the campsite for my Be a Jock song. You are amazing. You are amazing. You are all amazing. Amazing, amazing people. What is this? Did I make someone move out? Oh, right. Sprinkle. We're getting her. Oh, also, Quinn, the sisterly eagle, Quinn came on to here for a little bit and then left. So that's what's going on. Yes, money tree. And I also want to see how close I am to 50, what's it called? Group stretching sessions. That's not it. Where is it? Seriously, where is it? Where is the group stretching? There. 31. All right. And I actually found out that you don't have to do it 50 days in a row, so that's good. All right. We are doing terraforming campsite. Never mind. Terraforming. I'll do the campsite hunt another day. This is Rocket's house. Her house is so cool, y'all. I think. I hope. I haven't seen. I've seen his. See? Oh my! Look at this! This is so freaking cool! She has an extra of her little outfit. Oh my gosh, this is so. Oh, right, she's crafting. I know you're ugly, but she's not that bad. I don't. Oh, you're right, it's in October now. I got my favorite clothes in the game, the tuxedo, this cheap tuxedo dress. Look at this rose. Oh my god. And what is playing? What is her song choice? What is your style in music, girl? No, I didn't want to talk to you. I wanted to see what you're playing on your CD player. Oh, gosh. No, I don't need something. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Vroom, vroom, vroom. You're going to your tomb, tomb, tomb. Of course, KK Adventure, something like adventure-y like that. Okay. So, as I am terraforming, because I decided that's what I want to do, also turning down the volume because I don't want to hear it. Should I turn the volume up, actually? I don't know, it might distract me. Well, hold on. Gotta get a drink of water. Hydrate yourself, guys. Do not ask. Do not ask. Okay, so while we are terraforming, I'm gonna tell you the story of my first 2 islands in Animal Crossing New Horizons. So, my very first island was Rodentia, and I don't even remember setting it up, really. But my character, my resident representative, was called Arco Iris. I believe I mentioned this before. Yeah, how a psychopath terraforms. Her name was Arco Iris, or Arco Iris, that's Spanish, for rainbow, because I was obsessed with My Little Pony, and that's a reference to Rainbow Dash. I used to think her name would be Arco Iris Pisca, and that's the wrong dash. So I got that wrong, and I did not like that name, which is why I ultimately decided to restart that island. But basically, my starters on that island were, of course, Hazel and Jay. I love them to death. They were my very first, and now Hazel is one of my top 10 villagers. Yeah, she's sometimes actually my favorite. I have a bunch of villagers that switch favorite spots all the time, and Hazel is one of them. Like, right now I think Sherb is my favorite. It used to be Snake, now it's Hazel. Probably has been Raymond at some time. And yeah, I have a list of villagers I like. Okay, do you want to hear my list? I'm sure you do. My favorite villagers in Animal Crossing, my, as of now, top 10 are, and I have to get the whole list right, Hazel, Snake, Raymond, Marshall, Barreled, Tabby, Cat, Rosie, Cookie, and I have forgotten the last one. I knew this would happen. I knew this would happen. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Who is the last villager? Did I say Sherb? I didn't say Sherb. I literally just said that's my first favorite right now. Yeah, Sherb. Other honorable mentions are Audie, Filbert, Stitches, Rudy, Kit Kat, bunch of others. Coco, Lolly. I actually don't like too many of the cranky, normal, or snooty. Anyway, I'm getting off track completely. This is not what we were talking about. I will save my favorite villagers for another video. But we're still talking about the first Rodentia. That is what happened with that. And what was I even saying? Do you ever get that thing where you just like lose track of what you're saying? I hate that, especially in a YouTube video that just seems so awkward and clumsy, and I hate it. Anyway, if I can remember what I'm going to talk about, I'm just trying to remember notable events that happened. Basically, my second character, Starlina, because why not? It's a cool name. It's not even a name, but it's a cool name. She was not the resident representative, and I didn't know that she couldn't do things that most people could. So I went on with paying on my house loans and stuff, and then I figured out that I couldn't make any major changes to the island with that account. And so I decided to restart because I didn't like that. Before I restarted though, Jay gave me my first reaction, and I didn't know why it was taking so long to get reactions, but he finally did it, and he had his little birthday party that Hazel had been warning me about for weeks. I also, with Hazel, I repeatedly hit her with a net, not because I thought she was ugly, because I was a newbie to the game and didn't know what would happen, and I like to see all her dialogue. And I also figured out what talking to your villager 10 times in a row can do. And she said, well, a hyacinth do the trick, and I remember being like, can I give you a hyacinth so that you can do it? Because I felt bad for her. And I, obviously, because I kept hitting her with a net, I did not get to give her gifts, which sucked. But yeah, I ended up restarting that island. And that was the end of the first Rodentia and the beginning of the second Rodentia. The second Rodentia started, and I made my name Starlina, of course. And this was a terrible mistake. Are there 2 rocks on here? Just 2? Good, I have exactly 2 cherries. Yeah, it was a terrible choice, but I let my brother choose which island layout because I was dumb and I didn't know anything. I did not know that one little feature would make me reset after so much work. The resident services was too close. That's what happened. The resident services was way too close, and so I didn't restart right away, of course, you know this. I played for a few months, and then I restarted. So the starters on that island were Curly and Sylvia. I always have a fondness for my starters, of course, so I don't hate them like a lot of people do. I did not look forward to seeing Sylvia so many times on villager hunts, though. But yeah, those 2 were my starters. I also forgot to mention on the first Rodentia, I went to a mystery island one time, and I couldn't get to the villager, who I think was Peaches, because I did not have a vaulting pole or a wetsuit or anything else that would help me get across the river to Peaches. But when I finally did, I forget who the lazy was that I tried to get, but it didn't work, of course, because my resident representative wasn't doing anything. It was my second player that was doing all this stuff. So of course Nook didn't get the call about 3 interested parties, but I did invite Bettina. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Please forgive me if you're Italian or Spanish or something. Bettina and Agent S. That, like, I would have been so happy if that had worked out. Agent S is so amazing. I love her. I actually like all of the superhero villagers. I know that's controversial. Yes, even Rocket. As you know, I have Rocket here now. She's not my favorite. She's not in my top 10 or top 20, but she's got a cool house. And how did the conversation I have about Animal Crossing always leads back to villagers, because I love the villagers so much. I think they're such an important part of the game. If you have self-esteem issues, they're gonna help. If you have any problems in your life, they're gonna help because they have nothing but nice words to say to you. Okay, that's my speech. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Anyway, back to second Rodentia. We are jumping all over the place here. And second Rodentia, I'm trying to remember what happened. Curly gave me an outdoorsy hat. That's one thing. And I wore that, and I called it Rodentia, of course, because that was the name of my first island, too. I don't remember a lot that happened the first day or anything, but I do remember my first 3 villagers that I got from the Mystery Islands, and those were Bangle. What the heck is she doing? I do not like Sahara. I'm sorry to you guys who do, but I don't like her. I don't like her eyelashes. I don't like the ones who have eyelashes like that and no eyes, basically, like Julian and Tipper. Yeah, I don't. And she sells you rugs without telling me which one you get. It seems like a scam to me. At least you can look at what Red's selling. Anyway, so I don't know. I knew that Nook tickets were limited, and I knew that you could find good villagers on the villager hunts. So when I went on the hunts for my first 3, I saw Bangle first, and she was, of course, awesome. And so even though I didn't know her, I took her because I did want a good villager, but I also didn't want to waste Nook Mile tickets. So yeah, I took Bangle. And then the next one I think was Sherb. I didn't know how lucky I was to get that goat. I did not know how lucky I was. Oh my god. Seriously. Yeah, I saw him. I was like, oh my gosh, he's so cute. And I took him, of course. But I did not know how lucky I was. I didn't know how popular he was, how much I would love him. I just really lucked out on that. And the third one I got was Sandy. She wasn't too memorable, but she was the first to move out, so that's something I remember her for. And then I realized you could get Nook Miles from having a birthday, and so I time traveled to my birthday and yeah, time traveled to my birthday. I keep doing that. I keep not knowing how to say stuff. My mouth does not work. I time traveled to my birthday, and Curly, Sylvia, and Bangle were the only ones living at the island on the time, so they threw my birthday party. And Curly said, people kept saying, oh, not again, not like last time, which I thought was funny, so I screenshotted that. I don't know why I'm remembering vivid stuff like this, but the birthday party was pretty fun, and the piñata took forever to break. And that's when I started time traveling more, because I used to not time travel. I don't think I ever time traveled on the first Rodentia. But on Rodentia 2.0, I started time traveling a lot. And then I time traveled, and then Sherb was there, and then Sandy was there. And then one day Sandy has to leave, but I don't think that was until the Was it until the concert? I don't think it. No, it was before the concert was over. She was the first to leave before the concert was there. And then I sold some land, got to run a bunch of random autofills. Soleil, who I hated at the time for some reason, probably because I didn't want her, but now I like her because she's not talked about much. I like so many of the villagers. Okay, we are not talking about this, Maya. We're not talking about it again. If you're confused about why my character name is Melody on here, it's because I want it to be. My real name is Maya, but I don't think that's a very cool name to have on an Animal Crossing game. And you can be whoever you want in Animal Crossing, so I chose to be Melody. Okay. So anyway, random villagers like Rolf and Soleil, her catchphrase is Darnation. No, not Darnation, Tarnation. That's pretty cool, actually. No, I need you. You keep asking to leave, and I need you for my Be a Jock song. You're not leaving. You're not leaving until I'm done with that. Antonio wanted to leave yesterday, too, and I almost let him. I need to stop getting attached to these villagers who I know I won't keep. Anyway, I better not be out here too long. Anyway, what was I even saying? Rolf and Soleil and Del and Norma, those people autofilled. And I didn't like them very much, so of course I said yes when they wanted to leave. I don't remember what happened after that. I think I got to 3 stars, and oh wait, the first campsite villager. We never talk about the first campsite villager because I'm always forgetting, and nobody even saw my video about the first campsite villager because it has 0 views. So I need to start promoting my channel on Tumblr and Twitter and crap like that. Anyway, someone keep a counter for how many times I say that in this video. Anyway. So yeah, the first campsite villager I got was Raymond. And I freaked out. I didn't know it was usually going to be a smug. And I thought it was like, out of all the possibilities, I got the most popular. But I got Raymond, and he and also Sherb were the oldest on my island. So, yeah. And then we got the KK concert, and it took so long. And I also sold the fencing Tom Nook gave me. And so that sucked. But we got the KK concert. And, yeah, I keep forgetting what I'm gonna say. I don't know what happened after the KK concert, actually. I think I just went about my business and stuff. Did lots of villager hunts, of course. I tried to find my favorites, and one time ended up taking Ruby instead. But, yeah, that's pretty much all I can remember from that portion of the game. But yeah, then I started thinking about the themes I wanted to do. And at first I wanted a 3-tier island for a long time. At first, I wanted to have 3 separate themes on 3 separate tiers. K-Core would be the top tier. City Core, I think, would be the middle tier, or either that or College Core. Not Cottage Core, College Core. And the 3rd tier would be Pastel Core, where all the girls would be. I changed my mind about that, but I kept the 3-tier island idea and just decided for Pastel Core. And so I got Sasha in 4 tickets one time. I got Barreled in 1 ticket. And I got a bunch of other villagers. And my final lineup was actually Raymond, Sherb, Punchy, Barreled, Cat, Coco, Snake, Hazel, and I can't even remember the 2 others, Filbert, and I don't even remember the last one. But I think I'm getting ahead of myself. So basically, I did pastel core. I got Hazel from a Treasure Island when I had the free trial of Nintendo Online. And she said there wasn't enough room, so I had to go time travel a bunch, kick someone out, and then get her in, and she never left. I also had Stitches for a really long time, and I gave him the cutest hat ever. He was at the campsite literally right after I had finished reading about him on Nookazon, which I can't use because I don't have Nintendo Online. But as you can tell, this story is going all kinds of random places. But I had Stitches for a really long time. I let him leave for Filbert because I think they're both just as good as one another. And it was painful to let him leave, of course. But one time he made Hazel mad, so yeah. And I did end up doing pastel themed. I worked on Sherb's yard first. I only got like 2 yards done. Actually, I did get another yard done. I got Sherb's yard done with cute little blue plank custom designs that I made myself because I didn't have Nintendo Online. And a pool, an elephant slide, a speaker, everything blue and white. And I did Filbert's yard with a cute little tile path I made and a bunch of star fragments and stuff. And I also did me and Cookie's yard. We shared a yard with pink stone pathing and a bunch of Bunny Day items. We had Bunny Day fencing around it because this is a controversial opinion, but Bunny Day is my favorite holiday in Animal Crossing, and it's also really pastel. So that's what we did for that. And I'm trying to remember. I thought I was going to say something else. I don't even remember. I had me and Cookie on the top tier, and I had villagers on, like, in a little neighborhood, a multi-tier neighborhood, so that there would be one on one layer and one below them on the other layer, and on the other side there would be one on one layer and one on the other layer, and there was inclines right in the center, which was cool. And then I figured out my grandparents were gonna come up here, so I had to figure out how to get it all ready for them to come up there. So I started decorating as much as I could. My resident I will show you how close my resident services was. It's that one layout that's like 4 tiles away. It was like here. This is where it was, and it wasn't even directly across. It was like here. So that happened, and I had to work with what I do, so I found a really cool TikTok about someone who also had a city core, because I was doing kind of a pastel city core with fences and along the shops and stuff. So I decided to copy that because it's fine to steal in Animal Crossing unless you're stealing someone's Note Mile tickets. But anyway, I need a drink of water now because I'm doing so much talking. I need to finish up this video. Someone count how many times I say in this video. And I keep forgetting what I'm gonna say. Oh my god, why am I like this? I need to have a script or something. Yeah, so I did, so when my grandparents came up, it looked really cool. I had something that said, "Welcome, Mimi and Granddad," a custom design that said that. And it was right, I recorded where I made another account, and I recorded where the fly-through was, so that I could write Welcome Mimi and Granddad. That's what I call my grandparents. I could write that and put it right where my grandma would see it. My granddad wasn't very interested, but where my grandma would see it as she made a new account, because I made her make an account and play Animal Crossing. And I had the shops all lined up really neatly, and I also had a bunch of stalls. And I had the museum. I thought about displaying that one naked statue, but I didn't know if my grandparents would like that. So I just had the owl clock there, the white owl clock, and some of the fossils I had that I hadn't donated, and I think a dinosaur toy or something, or a dinosaur TV. And it had the brick pathing, and for the entrance I had a bunch of fencing everywhere. It took so long to make that fencing. And anyway, when my grandma's tour of the island was over, not to mention I had an orchard on one side of the second tier and a garden on the other. So, anyway, let's keep this story moving forward, shall we? So when my grandma was done touring the island, I decided that I wanted to make a new island. It was impulsive, yes, but my resident services was in a terrible position. So that's what I had to do. And yeah, my final lineup, I really need to figure out who those last two villages are. Alright, we had Sherb, Raymond, Hazel, Beryl, Cat, Filbert, Punchy, Coco, Cookie, and I can never remember the last one. I can never remember the last one. Snake, yeah. That was my final lineup. I didn't even bother to give them all a gift because I knew that I would probably change my mind if I did that. So I just looked at my villagers one last time and said bye-bye. And that was the end of Rodentia. And I'm gonna probably make a little shrine to Rodentia because it was such an important island to me. And what was I gonna say next? I really need to make a script for these videos because I'm sure people don't want to listen to me saying, anyway, yeah, so this was what happened over and over and over again. Like, those are filler words and nobody wants to hear filler words. But it's kind of hard to remember everything if you're telling a story from something that started months ago. So I'm trying to remember what else I was going to say. I mean, I had Ione on one point, I had Biscuit on one point. Oh, I forgot I had Lucky on one point. I love Lucky. And yeah, that's the story of Rodentia. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. So I ditched Rodentia to create Haven, which I thought would be my island for ugly villagers in the style. Why does this look like someone flipping you off? In the style, see, I didn't say that time. In the style of my favorite Native American, or is it Native American or Ancient American? I have no idea. But my favorite old American civilization called Cahokia, and I picked a layout for that. And you know what? I do not need to be saying this. I will go over that stuff in the next video, but the point is, it was going to be a safe haven for ugly villagers. This kind of still is, but I still also have the popular villagers. So, I think this is where I'm going to end it. So, yeah, I hope I caught you up enough onto what's going on in my mess of an island. Oh, that's right, Flora moved. I was sad about that. But yeah, this is what's going on in my messy island. I wasn't even talking about this island. Why did I just say that? I don't know. Anyway, thank you for joining me on this adventure in Haven. And I really need to think of an outro. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. No, it's not like, comment, subscribe. It's comment, like, and subscribe. That's the cool way to do it. Anyway, thank you. And I will see you on the next video. Bye!